Welcome, crypto fam. Special shout out to Digital Dankness. I appreciate the super chat contribution as always. In today's show, Bitcoin price fails to retake $17,000 with the market not prepared for dip. That's right, the Bitcoin price action remains stable, but will not last long according to the latest Bitcoin technical analysis. Also in today's show, SBF signs extradition papers set to return to face charges in the United States. That's right, the FTX founder reportedly signed on the dotted line, bringing him a step closer to returning to U.S. soil, which is supposed to happen later today. Also in today's show, co-founder of a $4 billion crypto pyramid scheme faces 60 years in prison. That's right, co-founder of gigantic $4 billion crypto pyramid scheme is pleading guilty to money laundering and wire fraud charges, according to the U.S. Department of Justice. We're referring to the crypto queen in the OneCoin fraud. Also in today's show, breaking news, one of the largest peer-to-peer crypto exchanges, Paxful, officially removes Ethereum due to integrity. Quoting their CEO, Ray Youssef, "We finally kicked Ethereum off our marketplace. 11.6 million humans safer. Integrity over revenue. Who is next?" Also in today's show, more breaking news. Bitcoin miner Core Scientific reportedly filing for Chapter 11 bankruptcy. That's right, because they say their failing revenue or the falling revenue of the Bitcoin prices is forcing them for Chapter 11. Also in today's show, Crypto Strategist says Bitcoin is flashing a monster bullish signal and shares his 2023 outlook. That's right, he believes that the King Crypto is gearing up for a massive rally in 2023 and that there is a monster divergence on the price action. We'll also be taking a look at the overall crypto market. All this plus so much more in today's show. Welcome everyone just tuning in to today's live show. This is Crypto News Alerts podcast episode number 1139. Today is December 21st, 2022, just a few days away from Christmas. I'm your host, JV, and naturally there is lots to cover, so let's dive right in. Checking out today's market watch, you can see Bitcoin down 0.5%, trading just above 16,800. We also have Ether in the red, down 0.33%, trading just above $1,200. While also we have Binance Coin, XRP, and the majority of the major cryptos all correcting and in the red. And checking out coinmarketcap.com, let's get a refresh for the latest data. You can see the market cap at this time is 811 billion, with only 28 billion in volume in the past 24 hours. The current Bitcoin dominance at 40% strong, with the Ether dominance at 18.3%. And checking out the top 100 crypto gainers in the past 24 hours, Helium up a whopping almost 25% for the day, trading above $2. We have Toncoin up 7.5%, trading at $2.58, and Ether Classic up 4%, trading at $16.54. Below that, we have the XDC network, Decred, and Immutable X. And checking out the top 100 crypto gainers for the past week, literally the only one in the green is, or I should say there's two. There's XDC up 20% for the week and HNT up 6.5% for the week. The rest, major massive losses as the blood continues in the altcoin market. Also checking out the Crypto Greed and Fear Index, you can see we're currently rated a 26 in fear. Yesterday was a 29, last week was a 30, and last month a 21 in extreme fear. I want to welcome everyone just tuning in to today's live show. Let's dive now into our Bitcoin technical analysis and check out the charts. Bitcoin divided traders yet again this morning, December 21st, as sideways Bitcoin price action split opinion on the future. And right here, you're looking at the Bitcoin 1 hour candle chart. Now check it. Data from Cointelegraph Market Pro and TradingView followed Bitcoin as it acted within a tight range just below 17,000. A single brief spike above the 17,000 mark failed to last, with Bitcoin returning to familiar territory from the past week. And for popular traders, there was a lack of consensus, with some calling for an eventual breakout to the upside and others demanding a rapid fall towards $10,000. Quoting crypto analyst Mikhail Van de Pop, "I'd want it to hold 16,700 in order to see continuation on Bitcoin." And he also shares, "For now, it's fine. Some sideways consolidation before breaking 17,000 for further continuation to 17,500 to $17,700. And fellow crypto trader Elizi agreed on the potential for a rethink once 17.5 is hit, while Crypto Tony also eyed that zone as a line in the sand. Quoting him here, "Holding that EQ would still present a good opportunity for us to pump to the supply zone around 17.3 to 17.6. My stop loss on my short is if we close above $17,600. In trading resource Game of Trades eyed the potential for the S&P 500 to punish the bears next, quoting him here, short squeeze setup in the works for the market. It predicted alongside a put-call ratio chart for the index, a big move up and it's game over for these puts. So there you have it. And far from bullish, on the other hand, we have Crypto Capo warning that a downside move would take market participants by surprise. As he shares here, most people are not prepared for what is coming, and it shows. He tweeted, and he also additionally noted that some altcoins leading the drop already, breaking key supports, and most of them making new lows. So calm being out of the market. Now, after surprise events involving the Bank of Japan the day prior, which I covered here in the show, the US dollar began to consolidate after seeing a fresh drop. The US dollar index, better known as the DXY, ostensibly still inversely correlated to the crypto markets, focused on 104 mark at the time of this recording. Quoting Ted's Talk Macro here, DXY lower due to other currencies becoming relatively stronger on hawkish policy, stocks plus crypto down / sideways, the commentator shared. So there you have it. What are your thoughts surrounding the short-term price action for the King Crypto as we wrap up this year of 2022? Let me know in the comments right down below, which leads us to our next story of the day. Let's discuss the ongoing saga with SBF being extradited to United States soil with the latest of the ongoing saga. SBF, the jailed founder of bankrupt crypto exchange FTX, reportedly signed papers December 20th, which was yesterday, that will soon see him handed over to the Federal Bureau of Investigation, which is FBI agents, and flown to the United States to face criminal charges. The move was expected as SBF was reported to have agreed in principle December 19th to be extradited to the U.S., despite earlier reports indicating that he wanted to see the indictment against him first. ABC News reported that SBF signed extradition papers December 20th, citing the Bahamas Acting Commissioner of Corrections, Don Clear. At a December 20th report, Bloomberg quoted that Clear as saying that the exchange founder signed surrender documents December 20th, which was yesterday, and was set on December 21st, which is today, to sign another set of papers waiving his rights to fight extradition, which would see him placed on a flight bound for the U.S. that same day. He was literally begging his lawyer, which we saw on TV, begging his lawyer to leave the Bahamas and be taken to the United States. Now, Cointelegraph contracted the acting commissioner's office for confirmation, but not immediately receive a response. After the final paper is signed, SBF is expected to be whisked away by FBI agents to a private airport and transit to the U.S. on a private flight, where he faces 8 counts in an indictment by the U.S. Attorney of the Southern District of New York. The New York Times reported on December 20th, SBF's legal team is currently in discussion with federal prosecutors to allow him to be released on bail when he is extradited to the United States. The agreement would require approval from the federal judge overseeing the SBF case and would include highly restrictive conditions such as home detention and electronic monitoring. According to people with knowledge of the matter, he faces charges from the Department of Justice relating to wire fraud, conspiracy to commit money laundering, conspiracy to commit wire, commodities and securities fraud, and campaign finance violations. The charges carry a maximum sentence of 115 years in prison if convicted on all counts. Like, whoa. The FTX founder faces further charges from the CFTC as well as the SEC for allegedly violating commodity laws as well as defrauding investors. Now, meanwhile, December 20th Instagram post from local media outlet Bahamas Press claimed that SBF was being rushed to the hospital from prison and made the rounds on social media, but that was debunked soon after, so SBF is not in the hospital. New York Times financial reporter Rob Copeland tweeted he spoke to the head of the prison, who said the exchange founder was eating lunch in the medical bay and that the rumor was false. As Copeland shares here, there are reports that SBF was rushed from his Bahamian prison to the hospital. These are false. The head of the prison tells me, as a few moments ago, Sam was eating lunch. He is still there in a medical bay where he has been held in a single room with 4 roommates. Now, Bahamas Press then posted an update saying its sources were now reporting the claim was untrue. So there you have it. What are your thoughts surrounding this ongoing saga with SBF, the FTX founder? Do you think he is likely going to be a return to U.S. soil today, as they just stated? And do you think he is likely to receive any bail from the judge, or do you think bail will be denied as he was considered a flight risk previously. Let me know your honest thoughts, how you feel this is likely to unfold, and I'll be keeping you posted. Make sure you're following me on crypto Twitter. My Twitter handle is Crypto News Yes. Once the latest details break, I'll be sharing them with you, and of course here on the show every single day without question. But with that being shared, now let's discuss another big scheme with a sentence of 60 years attached to it from the crypto queen herself. That's right, she's facing up to 60 years in prison. Co-founder of the gigantic $4 billion crypto pyramid scheme pleaded guilty to money laundering and wire fraud charges, according to the U.S. Department of Justice. Carl Sebastian Greenwood, the co-founder of the infamous OneCoin fraud, with Ruja Ignatova, who is known as Crypto Queen. Now, Crypto Queen, the leader of the scam, has been a fugitive since 2017 and was placed on the FBI's 10 most wanted list earlier this year. Now, why hasn't Sam Bankman-Fried been placed on the FBI most wanted list? Maybe because they got him, I guess. Greenwood and Crypto Queen started OneCoin in 2014 and operated the company as a multi-level marketing network, according to the DOJ. OneCoin's promotional materials indicate more than 3 million people ended up investing in their fraudulent crypto offerings. Greenwood and his colleagues allegedly falsely claimed that OneCoin maintained a private blockchain. Here's what the DOJ had to share. OneCoin records show that between the fourth quarter of 2014 and the fourth quarter of 2016 alone, OneCoin generated over $4 billion in sales revenue and earned profits of over $2.9 billion. Now, Crypto Queen served as OneCoin's top leader until her disappearance from the public view, October 2017. Greenwood as OneCoin's global master distributor and the leader of the MLM network through which the fraudulent crypto was marketed and sold. Now, Greenwood was arrested in Thailand back in 2018 and extradited to the United States later that year. He has been detained since his arrest and has pled guilty to the charges in federal court in Manhattan. He faces a maximum potential sentence of 60 years in prison. So there you have it. I mean, if you do the crime, you got to pay the time. And this is like a foreshadowing to what can potentially happen to SBF. We're talking about life in prison. In fact, there was a recent tweet I actually want to share with you because this is actually relevant here. Let's see if I can pull up a new Twitter page here. Very interesting, to say the least. Check this out. Here we go. This is quoting the former U.S. Attorney Guy Lewis in regards to the SBF matter and the guidelines for serving prison time. Here's a quote he shared on national television. The way the federal guidelines are as a part to SBF, the guidelines here are going to be mandatory life. And mandatory life means you die in jail and they carry you out in a box. I repeat, mandatory life means you die in jail and they carry you out in a box. Now, pretty profound words to say the least, but this again is coming directly from the former U.S. Attorney Guy Lewis in regards to Sam Bankman-Fried. So I would not be surprised if he spent the rest of his life in prison paying for his crimes of defrauding over 1 million investors for literally billions upon billions of dollars. You know what I mean? But with that being shared, now let's dive into our next story of the day, and let's discuss Ethereum being officially removed from one of the top peer-to-peer crypto exchanges in the world due to integrity. That's right. Ray Youssef is the CEO of the exchange Paxful, and he has put his plan to remove Ethereum from the exchange, which he revealed a week ago, into action today officially. The exchange is one of the largest peer-to-peer crypto trading platforms in the world, and Youssef says he has a big responsibility to his 11.6 million customers. Youssef wrote on Twitter, "We finally kicked Ethereum off of our marketplace. 11.6 million humans safer. Integrity over revenue. Who is next?" Now, the Paxful CEO further explained, "We need maximum momentum behind one clearing layer to win, and Bitcoin is the only game in town. This isn't an investment strategy. This is humanity rising up to liberate itself." All in. Very powerful words coming from Ray Youssef. Now, the reason behind the anti-Ethereum decision, let's break it down. In a newsletter, the Paxful CEO explained the backstory behind his decision to remove Ether from the exchange as early as Thursday, December 22nd, under the tagline, "Revenue is nice, but integrity trumps all." Youssef describes economic apartheid as the biggest problem in the world. It is, according to the Paxful CEO, the root of all humanity's suffering. That's why the CEO of Paxful, he strives for a world where Bitcoin frees billions of people held back by this evil system, especially those unnecessarily harmed living in the global south. According to Youssef, there are ultimately three key arguments for why ETH does not support this mission anymore and is bad for the Bitcoin industry. The first reason Youssef cites is Ethereum's shift from proof of work to a proof of stake. Quoting him here, proof of work is the innovation that makes Bitcoin the only honest money there is, whereas proof of stake has rendered ETH essentially a digital form of fiat. And referring to tornado cash censorship in the Ethereum Foundation, Youssef goes on to state that Ethereum is controlled by a small group of people, while one day you will need permission to use it. Facts. The third argument is the scams that have emerged with Ethereum's capabilities. While Youssef concedes that ETH has some utility for real-world use cases, he also says that the tokens Ethereum has spawned are scams that have robbed people of billions of dollars. So ultimately, the developments of the past year have set the Bitcoin industry back years. They have stolen valuable momentum away from Bitcoin and cost us years on our mission, he explained. And now the decision of Paxful is likely to arrive rather controversially in the crypto community, while it will find applause in the ranks of Bitcoin maxis, right? Meanwhile, numerous experts, including Bloomberg Intelligence's Mike McGlone, predicts that Ethereum could outperform and even flip Bitcoin by market cap in the next bull market, at least temporarily. And at press time, we have ETH trading at around $1,200. Thus, the price is sitting just below the key resistance at that $1,220 mark. So there you have it. What are your thoughts surrounding ETH being removed from one of the largest peer-to-peer crypto exchanges in the world? And do you think that many other massive exchanges out there are likely to follow in their footsteps? Let me know your honest thoughts in the comments right down below. And now let's break down our next story of the day, which unfortunately, we have another Chapter 11 bankruptcy from a pretty major Bitcoin miner, which is Core Scientific. So let's now break this down, shall we? Here we go. Just days after the creditor offered to help Core Scientific avoid possible bankruptcy, reports emerged confirming the Bitcoin mining company's fate. Core Scientific is reportedly filing Chapter 11 bankruptcy protection in Texas, owing to falling revenue and Bitcoin prices. On December 14th, financial services platform B. Riley offered to provide Core Scientific with $72 million in non-cash financing, $40 million with zero contingencies, and $32 million with conditions to retain value of stakeholders. The decision was made after Core's valuation fell from $4.3 billion back in July of last year to only $78 million at the time of this reporting. That's right. So literally a year ago, they were worth $4.3 billion, and today they're only worth $78 million. So as a direct result of the extended bear market, Core Scientific had to sell almost 10,000 Bitcoin in April just to stay operational. And a CNBC report quoted a person familiar with the company's finances as saying that the Bitcoin mining company would file for Chapter 11 bankruptcy early on December 21st. While the company continues to generate positive cash flows, the income is not sufficient to cover the operational costs, which involve repaying the lease for its Bitcoin mining equipment. The report also suggests that Core Scientific will continue its mining operations and has no plans to liquidate. While B. Riley offered a lending hand, the company's stocks momentarily surged nearly 200%, but has since seen a steady decline, which you can see here in this chart. And on October 26th, a Core Scientific filing with the US SEC indicated financial distress. And according to the company, the primary reasons for the situation were low Bitcoin prices, increased electricity costs, especially here in the United States, right? An increase in the global Bitcoin hash rate, and the bankruptcy of crypto lender Celsius, which wiped out the debts owed to Core Scientific. Now, Core Scientific has not yet responded for a request to the comment, but tech giant Microsoft recently restricted its cloud users from mining cryptos as a measure to increase the stability of its cloud services. And as reported, Microsoft updated its acceptable use policy December 1st to clarify that mining cryptocurrency is prohibited without prior Microsoft approval. Very interesting. The company said its intent was to protect customers by reducing the risk of disruption or impaired services in the Microsoft cloud. So there you have it. Do you think other major Bitcoin miners are likely to also file Chapter 11 bankruptcy considering the low prices of the King crypto with the high electricity costs as outlined? Let me know your honest thoughts in the comments right down below. I just pray the contagion doesn't get much worse, especially heading into a new year for 2023. But now let's break down our final story of the day, the moment you have all been waiting for, which is a bullish outlook for next year for 2023. Popular crypto strategist believes that the King crypto is gearing up for a massive rally for next year in 2023. Let's freaking go. Long needed, right? This anonymous analyst known in the industry as Immortal tells his 190,000 Twitter followers that Bitcoin is flashing a trend reversal signal on the 3-day chart. Quoting him here, monster divergence on Bitcoin. It is positive, but it isn't a bottom signal. Price may continue to go down as the RSI, which is the relative strength index, makes higher lows as outlined here in this chart. Now, the RSI is a momentum indicator that can signal a big shift in an asset's trend. And looking at the analyst chart, Bitcoin appears to be forming a bullish divergence, which suggests that buyers are starting to gain momentum, even though the Bitcoin price continues to fall. Now, Immortal's chart also shows that Bitcoin has ignited strong moves up after flashing the same signal in January of 2019, October of 2020, and July 2021. And with the Bitcoin bulls gathering momentum, Immortal believes that Bitcoin will launch an epic rally in 2023, mirroring the Bitcoin performance between March and July of 2019, when the King Crypto surged from around $3,000 all the way up to $14,000. Quoting him here with this chart, we repeat this in 2023. Send it. Let's freaking go. But in the short term, Immortal sees Bitcoin bouncing towards the 17,500 level. Quoting him here, I would take it, which he outlines here in this chart. So there you have it. Let me know if you agree or disagree with Immortal surrounding the price prediction heading into 2023. And are you currently bullish or bearish on the King Crypto? Holla at your boy in the live chat, which now takes me to my favorite segment of the live show, which is the live Q&A, where you can literally ask me anything that you want. And I want to give a massive shout out once again to everyone in the live chat, including Digital Dankness. Once again, I appreciate the super chat contribution. We got Bitbud, we got Sailing with Twins, South Africa in the house. We have Universe, the God Life. We got Dustin, we got Bitcoin Trini, we got Nathan Roth. Good to see you all. We got Manuel. Good to see you as well. We got Dan Drummond. That's right. We got the Bitcoin OGs in the building. Love it. Dan wrote, all these scammers getting prison time. No wonder BlockFi is trying to place nice with the withdrawals. Pay attention, Celsius. You're right. Digital Dankness says, laughing my butt off. Quite a big one. Yeah, I mean, that was, I think OneCoin was considered the largest or one of the largest crypto Ponzi schemes in history. And this was dating back to 2017. I don't know if that means it was bigger than BitConnect, but it's crazy that it takes 5 years to finally press these charges and get some, justice served to get them in prison. So this may be a mirror of what can potentially happen with SBF. He may be ongoing facing all these charges, and it may take many years to sort out before, he is sentenced to potentially life in prison or something of that nature. But let me know your thoughts. How long do you think SBF is likely to serve in prison? Do you think it'll be for the rest of his life? Do you think he's likely to receive some bail and get out, maybe only get a slap on the wrist? Let me know your thoughts. Of course, it's interesting to read here. Puffing some ice cream cake today. That's what's up. Happy 420, and shout out to Nathan Roth. That's what's good. Digital Dankness. Again, I appreciate the super chat contribution, fam. Keep it afloat in the bear market. Stop the pump and dump. May or June could be the bottom, says Bitbud. Let me know who agrees with Bitbud. I know Bitbud is calling for a sub $10,000 Bitcoin price, so saying sometime next year, which ultimately means we continue into the winter of 2023 before starting to turn around in 2024, which is the year of the Bitcoin halving, which everything in this market in crypto is cyclical, to say the least. BitConnect. Classic. Good morning to J-Dub, the Lakers. Good to see you as well, family. Always a pleasure. Greatly appreciate the support. Yeah, it's wild. Sailing says, well done, Nathan. I just bought a house too in South Africa. Congratulations to those purchasing their first home or purchasing your house for your family. Digital says, I say SBF isn't on the list because they weren't working together to give an excuse for regulation and CBDC. You make a great point. I think you are absolutely right. We got some more BitConnect shout outs in there. So yeah, what was the biggest Ponzi scheme of all time? Was that BitConnect or was that OneCoin? Somebody let me know. OneCoin scammed over $4 billion from its investors. I don't know the exact number on BitConnect. So if anyone knows, let me know. Not many haters around. No time for them. Well, that's a good thing. Well, there's always haters. I can see some of the moderators deleted some stuff from Kevin Corey, so no wonder. I wonder what he had to share. Look at Algo down 20%. It is on sale. Stack while you can. Well, I appreciate you pointing that out because I'm actually curious. Which altcoins are y'all in the chat most bullish on right now heading into 2023? Give me your top 3 altcoins to watch out for, and I think that would be fantastic. Yeah, BitBuzz says winter begins. Sailing says digital Coke to South Africa. You can grow, bro. Indoor, whatever. Totally Not a Cop says Algorand is getting slammed right now. Gonna take off later though. BTD, $10 by 2030. A very bold prediction. Dankness says, I fought for cannabis in 2000. I ended up with 3 felonies and over 4 years in jail and prison. So sorry to hear that, fam. I did time for something that shouldn't be illegal. He should be doing his time since he did do it. You make a great point. You do the crime, you should pay the time. Think about all the innocent people who are arrested on false charges and all the people seriously taken advantage of in the system, such as yourself. It's sad to see. So I absolutely agree, and I feel SBF should absolutely do the time. I appreciate saying smash the like as the greatest compliment you can do to help support the show. Smash that like button, which you have to be signed in to do so. Turn on all notifications by hitting that bell icon, and make sure you're subscribed to the channel and drop us a comment. And if you can do that, I greatly appreciate it. It means the world to me. Dustin says vegetarian is easier than being a vegan. My girlfriend is vegan, having a hard time, I bet. Yeah, being a vegan is not easy. I was a vegan for several months of my life. I've been vegetarian since age 16, and I'm 39 today. So that's more than half of my adult life. I have been a sincere vegetarian, not a fake one who sometimes cheats, but I haven't eaten any meat from any animal whatsoever since age 16. Not easy, but it was a lifestyle choice. I decided being a vegan is not easy whatsoever. It takes a lot of time to prepare your foods and eat the proper stuff to get the proper nutrition, because the challenge is getting the proper amount of protein. It's very difficult to get the proper amount of protein without meat, because meat is loaded and jam-packed with protein. So you got to do things like eat certain nuts and eat certain superfoods and things of that nature so you can maintain health. Because why become a vegan or a vegetarian if it's going to deteriorate your health, which it does deteriorate most people's health, because they're not willing to invest into their proper eating to get the right nutrition, and without the right nutrition, you're going to lack and suffer health-wise, and that's just, the reality of how it is. Yeah, and correct, SBF closer to jail being in the United States, 100%. We will be having quite a few more of those types of stories if things keep going. It is absolutely insane. Yeah, man. Wow. I appreciate the super chat contribution coming from Sailing with Twins, sending me $16.99 and ZAR, which is your local currency, I would imagine, there in South Africa. I greatly appreciate the super chat contribution. BitConnect was a $2 billion loss, so there you have it. OneCoin was twice as large as a pyramid scheme than BitConnect. Go figure. Hence why they call her the crypto queen, right? Stay away from soy, testosterone killer, agreed. And when I went to China to teach English, I taught English for a year in China. Guess what? They eat so much soy. Like, I went to the lunchroom, cafeteria to get my food, and it was like just soy. They just drink soy milk. That was like given to them. So it's kind of ironic, right? 39 today? No, it is not my birthday, so let's not false celebrate my birthday. I'm going to be 40 February 11th. I share the same birthday as my daughter on February 11th. She's going to turn 9 years old. I'm going to turn the big 40, the big 4-0. What should I do for my birthday? Give me some ideas. Have a great day. I appreciate it, Nathan Roth. As always, I appreciate the continued support. You're the man, and I greatly appreciate the love. And now let's wrap up with a big recap. Here is the big finish of what I shared with you here in today's show. We discussed the Bitcoin price falling and failing to retake 17,000 with the market not yet prepared for this dip. We also discussed breaking news of SBF and his extradition papers set to return and face charges in the U.S. and return to the U.S. soil today. Also in today's show, we discuss co-founder of the $4 billion crypto pyramid scheme facing 60 years in prison, referring to Crypto Queen from the OneCoin fraud. And also in today's show, I shared the breaking news that Paxful, one of the largest peer-to-peer crypto exchanges, officially removes Ethereum due to integrity. We also discuss, unfortunately, Bitcoin miner Core Scientific reportedly filing for Chapter 11 bankruptcy due to the falling Bitcoin price actions. And we also discuss crypto strategist and Mortal saying that Bitcoin flashing a monster bullish signal and shares his bullish 2023 outlook. But where do you feel the Bitcoin price is likely to go next? Let me know in the comments.